Understanding what students know and can do, what they need to learn next, and how best to teach them is key to differentiating teaching and learning. The Physical Literacy Continuum is designed as a practical tool to assist teachers to track and monitor student progress across knowledge, understanding, skills and attitudes that are regarded as critical to success in lifelong physical activity. The Physical Literacy Continuum is a learning progression that represents two things. Firstly, it's a description of the student's growth or development in learning. The continuum does not describe the specific learning progress or pathway of every student, but rather it's a description of a typical progression. Some students will progress at different rates and in different ways. Therefore, the continuum is a guide for the teacher and the learner. The continuum also provides a framework to assist teachers to interpret their observations and assessments about student performance. The clusters of markers on the Physical Literacy Continuum focus on what students can do, providing a guide to the point at which the teacher should focus their teaching. So how's the Physical Literacy Continuum organised? There's 4 critical aspects that form the framework of the New South Wales Department of Education and Community's Physical Literacy Continuum. These have been identified as critical to the physical literacy achievement of all students. The critical aspects are interrelated. There's no hierarchy within the critical aspects, as they're all essential to student development. The critical aspects include movement competencies. This aspect involves developing proficiency in stability, object control, and locomotor skills to sequence movement in a wide variety of physical activity settings. Tactical movement includes understanding of physical activity contexts, rules, and tactics. This understanding is used to plan for tactical movement and demonstration of critical and creative thinking through movement. Motivation and behavioural skills include persistence, initiative and working independently in physical activity settings, with a focus on the values, attitudes and behavioural skills to plan for and participate in lifelong physical activity. Personal and social attributes include safety, cooperation, communication and conflict resolution within physical activity settings, with a focus on inclusion of others and respectful participation in physical activity and other contexts. Each critical aspect is identified by a coloured sequence that shows the sequence of learning from left to right. Each aspect is divided into sub-strands to further clearly identify the learning progression. The continuum can be read in 2 ways. It can be read horizontally to track how the progression of knowledge, skills and attitudes develop from kindergarten to year 10. It can also be read vertically for a holistic view of how the critical aspects interrelate to describe the expected learning at a particular point in time. Assessment of physical literacy should be seen as the charting of an individual's progress on their personal physical literacy journey. Ipsative assessment should be used to ensure that the students' results are compared to their own previous results to track individual progression. A number of resources have already been developed and published for schools to start planning from and using to support the implementation of the Physical Literacy Continuum. Example documents have been developed. These PDFs show translations of what the Physical Literacy Continuum markers look like across a variety of physical activity contexts. A number of work samples and gold standard videos are available to show the marker across contexts. Both assessment resources and resources to support progression across aspects are available and will continue to be developed in partnership with teachers and schools. These resources include units of work, teaching and learning activities and strategies, sample assessment tasks, and marking criteria, which are mapped to both syllabus outcomes and physical literacy continuum markers and clusters. These resources are all located on the Physical Active Schools website through the department's intranet.